everyone. I'm redoing this one. I don't know what happened when I ended the stream. Um, I don't know. It just was gone on my live playlist. So anyway, so I'm quickly going to share this with you again, and I hope I'm getting across. Maybe I'm sharing new insights, as I'm practicing this. I'm reading from 1 Corinthians 2, verse 2, and it says, "For I resolve to know nothing, to be acquainted with nothing, and to make a display of the knowledge of nothing, and to be conscious of nothing among you except Jesus Christ the Messiah and Him crucified." And this scripture has in the past boggled my mind, because how can you be aware of and conscious of nothing else except Jesus Christ? Like, how does that even work in real life on a practical level? And so before I answer that, let me read to you then 1 Corinthians 4, verse 4, the same writer, and he says, "I am not conscious of anything against myself, and I feel blameless. But I am not vindicated and acquitted before God on that account." So, on the account of how he is feeling. "It is the Lord Himself who examines and judges me." And then just the verse before that, he says, "But as for me personally, it matters very little to me that I should be put on trial by you," etc. So Paul is saying, listen, there's certain things that I say and do, and it matters really very little to me what you think about it, because God is my judge. He is the one who decides whether what I'm doing and saying is the right thing, is the God thing to do. And I just became aware of this. God has just been showing this. Where is your awareness? So many times we ask ourselves a question: should I be doing this, or shouldn't I be doing this, or say something? And when you ask yourself that question, certain people pops up in your mind, and you're thinking, what will they be thinking if I do this? And just the very fact that you ask that question tells me that you most probably know what they think. Let's say you're going to go and preach on the street, and you're thinking, but what should Yanni or Sunny think about this? Because this is quite a bold move. And they usually say, don't push Jesus down in people's throats. So says to me that they will most probably disapprove of what you do. But the question is not what people will think or say. The question is, what does God say? And with this, I'm not promoting such a careful life where you are struggling to do something, or to do something in faith because you are scared to make the right decision. No. What I'm saying is that we become careless in the sense that we don't worry about people's opinions anymore, but we become careful in tuning our ear into what God is saying. And I'm telling you, if it is a step of faith, God approves. God loves faith. He approves of faith. So rather step out and do it regardless of what people will say. We need to change our awareness from the opinion of people to the opinion of God. So this is really a very simple message. When you become aware of Jesus alone, it means that there is a fellowship in the Spirit with Jesus, and that your life is a life lived for an audience of one. It is where what you think and what you do and what you say becomes intentional, and you become intentional in living for Him alone. And like I say, it is not a place where you have to walk on eggshells. No, it is actually a place where there's rest, because His mercy and His grace is far beyond what you can even think or imagine. He just loves living this journey with you. So today, on a practical level, when somebody pops up, what will they think? What will this person say? Be intentional and be practical. Ask yourself, okay, let's forget about that, and let me ask myself, what will God say? Is it easy in the beginning to not worry what other people will think and say? No, it is something that you will most probably have to exercise every day, maybe for the rest of your life. I don't know. I don't know. But I just have to tell you that it is something that you can exercise, where you become forgetful of what other people say, and you become aware of what he says about you. Have a blessed day.